We've seen that magnetic fields can be created by magnets, but they can also be created by electricity. Electromagnetism describes all the phenomena resulting from the interaction between electricity and magnetism. To generate a magnetic field using electricity, the electrical charges must be in motion. In other words, there must be electricity flowing in a wire. If there's none, then there can be no magnetic field. And the magnetic field will last only as long as the current flows. And this phenomenon allows us to use many devices such as electric motors, speakers, doorbells, or electric generators. So far we've seen the shape of a magnetic field around bar magnets and horseshoe magnets. But if we use electromagnetism to create a magnetic field around a live wire, which is simply a straight wire, like drawn down here, well, the magnetic field will have a different shape. So if an electric current passes through a live wire like that one, the magnetic field will form circles around that wire. You could imagine an infinite number of those circles, and if we looked at the wire right in front of it, each circle would form a right angle with that wire. So the magnetic field is always perpendicular to your wire or to your current. It's one thing to know that the shape of the field is a circle, but you need to be able to predict its correct orientation. And to do that, we're going to use a trick called the right-hand rule. When using that trick, make sure you use your right hand. And then start with your thumb, pointing in the current's direction, which is always from positive going towards negative. So your thumb should be pointing to the left side right now. And your 4 other fingers, you're going to imagine that you're grasping the red wire as if you were grasping a pole or a real wire. And the fingers should be rolling around that wire, following the arrows that I've drawn on that wire. So it's showing us that the field is going up in front of the wire, and then it goes back behind the wire. Now for the second wire, the current was reversed, positive going to negative. So you turn your right hand around, your thumb now points to the right side, and your fingers wrap around that wire. And it shows you that when the fingers go up, they're moving behind the wire, and as they come back down, they're moving in front of the wire. So the current always flows from positive to negative, and the magnetic field is always perpendicular to the current, never in the same direction. You can use this slide to practice your right-hand rule, and you can use the 2 vertical wires and try to find where the positive and negative ends of those wires are.